ये खुश रहेगी, पैसे हैं, जब नया फोन ले, कुछ ही ले।
Request all the participants to please switch off their microphones.
जीरा, लाल मिर्च पाउडर,
जीरा लाल मिर्च पाउडर।
Oh, I hope I don't lose you.
Hey Aditya, it's happening.
Please.
What? Never mind.
Aditya, do you know it's happening?
Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you right.
Okay. Tell me, what's the first thing you look for in a school?
What?
Okay, wait. What has been the most confusing part in choosing a school?
What's this about? What?
If you want to know, then watch Manthan.
Please don't take.
Hey, what comes to your mind when you hear friends? Fun. Okay, fun. School. School?
Yes, school.
But wait, not every school feels this one. So, how do we choose the right one?
Dear parents, to find the perfect school for holistic growth, watch Manthan.
Keep on trying me. I feel it quietly, trying to silence me.
Manthan. What is Manthan? Where is it happening?
Of course, BTS Bhakra Expressway. But wait, what is Manthan?
Do you really want to know what is Manthan? But before that, answer me. Can AI replace teachers? Okay. Is education just rote learning or true intellectual growth? Will face-to-face learning remain indispensable in the future?
Now I have even more questions. Get all the answers from the top expert. Watch Manthan Live on 23rd March at 3 p.m. on Instagram, YouTube and Facebook. Register now. Link in bio.
Take these beautiful things that I've got. Please.
Happy morning, everyone. Welcome to Manthan, a space for meaningful dialogue on the evolving world of education. Education today is more than just textbook and exams. It's about preparing students for a future that is dynamic and uncertain. But what does that really mean? How do schools, parents, and educators come together to create an ecosystem that nurtures a well-rounded individual? To help us navigate these crucial questions, we have our esteemed panel today. We welcome Ms. Nishi ma'am. Dr. Nishi, an expert in early childhood education, dedicated to fostering curiosity and a love for learning in young minds. Welcome, Nishi ma'am. Mr. Nitin Sahani, our esteemed Vice Chairman of BTS Dwarka Expressway.
Garam pani.
A leader focused on holistic education, ensuring students are equipped for both academic and real-world success. Welcome, Nitin, sir. Mr. Jitin Chawla, founder of Center for Career Development, a seasoned career counselor providing and guiding students towards fulfilling their professional pathways. Mr. Ankur Vora, an education strategist deeply invested in future-ready learning. And our very own Ms. Sarika Rahul Chopra, an experienced and seasoned academician with keen insights into evolving role of coaching and supplementary education. With that, let's dive straight into the conversation. And with that, the first question that I want to pose is to Dr. Nishi. Nishi ma'am, let's begin at the very foundation. There is always a debate about whether young children should start reading or writing early, or they should first have an environment that fosters exploration or formal academics. What do you think is the best for their development? Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Naina, for asking such a wonderful question. It's very close to my heart. You know that before a child talks, they sing. Before they write, they draw. And as soon as they stand, they dance. So art is fundamental to human expressions, you know. And it's not about that बच्चा पहले लिखे या पहले बोले. So it is about that particular age for the writing. Sometimes we talk about that there is a particular age for writing and when to begin writing. So in my view, the balance between the writing and the other activities, you know, if I'm talking about early reading and writing, so it's a balance between fostering an environment for exploration is a key to child's development. Young children thrive in settings where they are encouraged to explore, play, and engage with the world around them through hands-on experiences. So these early experiences
Ma'am, can you unmute yourself?
and again.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm repeating the same thing that in my view, the balance between early reading and writing, fostering an environment uh, for exploration is it, I think so, according to me, is a key to child's development. So young children thrive in settings where they are encouraged to explore, play, and engage with the world around them through hands-on experiences. So these early experiences build critical thinking, creativity, problem-solving skills, which are just as important as academic learning. So that's it. Introducing early reading and writing in a playful and engaging way can also be a beneficial rather than focusing on formal writing academics at this stage. You know, the first stage where child, this is the age where child start collecting vocabulary from the surrounding, the first way. Then after collecting these vocab, child start using these vocab in building simple sentences. So according to me, there is a no age for the writing or there is a no age for the reading. Once the child identified, once the child developed their fine muscle skills, we can start. And there is a no comparison, even though this is the one most important problem that we all are facing, comparison. You know that the biological growth of a child is different. अगर मेरा पड़ोसी का बच्चा लिखता है और मेरा बच्चा नहीं लिखता है, तो जब मेरे बच्चे के दांत निकलने का टाइम था और पड़ोसी के बच्चे का था, तो दोनों अलग थे. So first of all, we have to think about that each and every child is unique. There is a no specific age for writing. There is a no specific age for the reading. Once your child understand, once your child develop their fine muscles, so then we can start with the writing. And you know that one more thing I would like to share with you, we have a different learners in a classroom. It's not about that we have same learners. There are some that we have different needs, come from different backgrounds and different language setups. And, it is, there is a one quote I would like to share that in the future, learning is not, in the future, education cannot be complete with words alone. It is through skills and play that education shapes a whole human being. And, remaining rooted in one's own culture, one should also be a global citizen, like one who touches the sky with the head and stands firm on the earth with the feet. बात हम कर रहे हैं टेक्नोलॉजी की and touching the sky. But yes, of course, everybody wants their kid to be stand on the earth, touch the sky with the bottom. So it is according to the requirement. As early as your child identify, as early as your child develop their skills, we can start reading, writing in a proper flow. There is a flow that first a child able to listen. After listening, there is a second step that speaking. After speaking, reading, and the last one is the writing, which is the language flow, according to me. So, thank you so much, Naina, for touching this important point. It's really very, very important, and we all are facing lots of problems related to this particular concern. Now, I would like to continue this talk, and I think we have Nitin sir also here. Are you here, sir?
Yes, very much, ma'am.
Yes. So my next question that is to you. You are doing such a wonderful things in this education industry. I have seen that I have visited multiple times in your school. You're doing totally different things. What I have seen that one most important area of your school that your forest, nature. So there's one question for you. We all talk about, I think so, pre-primary and foundation. So that's really interesting that you're talking about the way young children learn best. But as they grow, you know, जब बच्चे नर्सरी केजी में होते हैं पेरेंट्स का इतना कंसर्न होता है, इतने इंटरफेरेंस होती है रोज के सिस्टम में, but once child grows to the or promoted to the next classes, so the kind of schooling they receive shapes their entire approach to life. So Nitin sir, as the DPS Dwarka Expressway is known for preparing students beyond just exams, so what sets your approach apart?
Happy morning to all of you. I'm Manthan Sani, Pro Vice Chairman, DPS Dwarka Expressway. I believe that school starts with the classroom and ends in the classroom, irrespective of the infrastructure, how good the infrastructure is. Teaching, as per me, is transference of knowledge from one mind to another mind, which happens through connection. I'll go back to the ancient wisdom, Nishi ma'am, that it's saying that the love for the subject is directly proportionate to the love you have for the teacher in your life. So in DPS Dwarka Expressway, we focus on connection over the curriculum. This is the one part to it. Second thing, it's again an ancient wisdom which I'm going to share, that knowing the subject is not living the subject. What we teach to our students should have an application value to it. Knowledge, if it is in action, it is a wisdom. What we do, whatever we teach in the school, has an application value to the world outside. So specifically, we got one column added into our lesson plan that is called real world learning, LWL, real world learning. So whatever topic is being taught in the school or in the classroom, that has to have an application to it. Third, I strongly feel that everybody on this planet is unique, and we are here for some purpose. So the responsibility of the parents and the teachers are find the strength of the students and work on the uniqueness of the student. Nikhil, what we seen others as a talent, 90% of it is actually a skill set which can be learned through a structured way of learning. And that is how this Dwarka Expressway is working on the students to identify their strengths, and we work on that. Now, how we capture it, there are multiple ways to it. Like we have a very different classroom observation system. We have assessments. Our well-being department takes one-on-one session with the students. And the most important thing is that we anecdote each and everything of every student in the school. And the kind of skill sets we induce and we are striving for that is collaboration. If I would request the admin to mute. Okay. Collaboration is one of the skill set. Critical thinking, very important and very close to my heart, is lateral thinking. And the most important is freedom with responsibility, which I keep reiterating it again and again with my teachers, with my students, that freedom has no meaning without accountability. Thank you,
Well,
ma'am.
thank you so much, sir and Nishi ma'am, for a wonderful discussion and conversation. I hope it has skimmed us down to what are the best practices of many good institutions, including DPS Dwarka Expressway, and how Nishi ma'am talked about the reading and writing sequence. It's supposedly what we see parents are. So when there is a sequence explained, that there is a sequence of LSRW, that's listening, speaking, reading, and then writing, we are very affirmed to the way that we have to understand and value the uniqueness of the child. Now I'll move to another panelist, a very seasoned career counselor. So Jitin sir, my question is to you that now I want to understand about what happens after school. So Jitin sir, students and more often parents are hyper focused on grades. But university and employers today seem to be looking just beyond marks. And so I want to ask, what exactly do they value? And how can parents ensure that school nurture these qualities and they nurture these qualities within the students? Over to you, sir.
So I'll divide this into three parts. First is universities, and me and my team of 34 people, we have been in career counseling for last more than 2 decades. So when our students got accepted, in fact today at Indian International Center, my star student Arunima is coming, who's just got an admit in Harvard Kennedy School. So when we look at a top university like Harvard, Yale, Stanford, MIT, LSE, and so on, so a lot of universities, they give amazing amount of credence or believability to what the student is doing apart from education. Is the student, is the student a part of, let's say, some student body at the school or college? Is the student able to understand things practically? Have they researched on something? Please understand, the world's topmost universities are research-led universities. So, is the student able to research? Are they able to write what they have researched? It can be primary research, it can be secondary research. Can they get the research published? Is the student Instagram or YouTube channel, or is the student running a podcast on some issue? So all these things become important. So these might be classified as extracurricular activities, but ultimately they really shape up the student. So if I am a top university, I look at it. Of course, universities would need a certain level of academics also, but beyond it, it depends. I'm applying for a technical course. Do I understand the innovations on the technology side? I'm applying for a finance course. I'm a student in 11th grade. Do I understand what is happening in fintech or microfinance and so on? Regarding skills which employers look for, almost all the employers look for adaptability. That how adaptable the children are, the young people are, can they adapt to the changing world, changing situation? They look at learnability. That if I put them onto a job and they have done university, whatever courses, but today they have come and they need to learn very fast and start delivering. So that learnability quotient has to be high. Third, ability to work in a team. A lot of people are individually very strong performers, they can do well, but when it comes to a team, they lose steam. They're not able to coordinate well, listen to others. So listening to other people, being able to coordinate with the team, being able to lead a team sometimes, depending on what kind of jobs you're looking for. And then, of course, basic technical skills. I also strongly feel each student should have basic financial literacy skills also. Yeah. So that is why today Google is such a big company. So Google has Google Skill Shop. Parents who are seeing us, you can make a note of it. So Google Skill Shop has free courses on. They have courses like Fundamentals of Digital Marketing. It's a 40-hour course, absolutely free of charge. There's a course on public speaking. Public speaking is again an important skill. Any senior people I know, they can verbalize well, they can speak very well. Yeah. So that is why Google launched this. Futurelearn.com, if you look at, so they highlight a lot of courses. And even a lot of parents, their children are in school, check out outschool.com, outschool. So they have more than 1 lakh courses across areas, developing social skills. How do you interact internationally with people? Of course, maths. How do you build up on your English communication? Everything in detail. Outschool.com. Watch things around us like Shark Tank is coming. So Shark Tank US, Shark Tank India. So the moment your child is sensitized towards a certain area, they can really build up. Send them to good summer camps also. So summer camps help you in exploration, in understanding how oneself is. I'm a student, I go to a summer camp, I stay away from family for 6 days, 10 days. I meet up with very diverse set of people. I get to know about myself. I build up on myself. So all these step by step can be undertaken so that children understand themselves and they're able to do better. But definitely, companies are looking for things beyond academics. It's not only academic focus. So yeah, that's what I need to say. And I would like to ask Ankur. Ankur is a very dear friend, and we have been in education for a number of years. And now he is Dr. Ankur. I don't know if all of you know about it. So he recently completed his PhD, and he's a very senior person at a top university. So Ankur, my question to you is that the traditional markers of success are shifting, and with careers evolving so rapidly, are we really preparing students for the jobs that don't even exist? And in such an uncertain future, Ankur, what should parents actually be prioritizing when choosing a school for their child?
Thank you so much, Jitin. You are so kind. Yes, so I'm a professor now. I'm teaching at OP Jindal Global University. I'm also head of institutional partnerships at Masters Union, having worked across 15 years plus in marquee universities. I mean, before OP Jindal, I used to head the admissions and outreach at OP Jindal. Before that, international outreach at Ashoka University. Traveled to 1,000 plus institutions across 40 plus countries. So yes, so I've been doing some bit of work in the education landscape. I'm so happy to Nitin sir, Nana ma'am for inviting me for this conversation. So honored to be on the same panel as D. Jitin Chawla and other dear colleagues who have spoken before me. This is a very interesting question, and I had prepared. I mean, I like to prepare myself for all the talks that I go to, and couple of points, and there are a lot of things that I want to cover, but I'll be very to the point, and I'll start with one example. I was reading this book. Everybody knows this company called Delhi Land and Finance. How many of you know this company? Just quick show of hand if you can use your emoticons and say thumbs up, Delhi Land and Finance. But you all are in Gurgaon. You will all see this company everywhere around you. This is called DLF. DLF full form is Delhi Land and Finance. So I was reading this book and this is just my new book that I'm reading, and I love reading. The promoter of DLF, KP Singh ji, if you read his biography, he writes that he is from Bulandshahr, coming from a very rural background. He never went to a top tier school. I mean, this is early 40s, 50s. And one of the questions that he is asked by someone at 95 years of age, he's still living alive, playing golf 2 times a day. Very much, a global person, eighth richest person in the world, by the way, as per the latest. And he came from a very humble background. You know what set him apart from others? It was not his schooling. Went to a government school, went to a government college. He used to go to his he had love for sports, so he used to do play tennis, and he used to play horse riding, and that's a different story how he got into horse riding and tennis. But that love for tennis and horse riding led to his career path, which was nothing to do what he studied in his college, nothing to do what he studied in his when he went to UK. So why I'm bringing this story up is because schools are not meant to give you a lifelong career. Schools are meant to help you identify. I mean, children are like fill in the blanks. I mean, Even parents don't know what my child. I'm a father to a 7-year-old daughter. Even I am grappling with the same questions as you are. And what I have realized is I don't know what my child is good at. I will not know. Even the child does not know. My daughter does dancing, she does sports, she does maths, she does reading, she does. So, what I'm trying to do and what I love about my school here is that it gives them an opportunity to explore all of their skills, be it reading, be it learning, be it music, be it sports, everything. I want her till the time she reaches middle school, she should have explored everything till grade 8. I don't want to pressurize her. I see a lot of children and parents coming up to me in grade 8, grade 7, grade 6. सर आईआईटी की प्रिपरेशन करानी है इसको शुरू, सर इसको मेडिकल का एंट्रेंस कराना है. प्लीज डोंट डू दैट. योर चाइल्ड टिल ग्रेड 8, एटलीस्ट टिल ग्रेड 8, अभी उससे ऊपर तो बात ही नहीं कर रहा मैं, ग्रेड 8 तक तो उस बच्चे को आप let him be or let her be the way he or she has to prosper. If you start putting her down and saying कि ये करना ही है, ये this is what you have to do, this is what in India we love to do, right? Control C, control V. Some of our elders or seniors went to certain schools, certain courses, certain colleges. अब वैसे वहां ही पहुंचना है, वो नहीं चलेगा. What you need to realize is you need to give your students and that institution. I've met Nitin sir and the team at DPS Dwarka Express. This is what they are doing very well. They are giving your child an opportunity to explore different facets of what their personality will be. So helping them fill in the blank. And with the support of the parents, that is going to happen with the right school. Second thing is, there's a lot of talk of AI, there's a lot of talk of technology, jobs that do not exist. वो सब छोड़ दो, एक साइड में कर देते हैं. जब वो बहुत दूर की बात है. If I am talking about kids in the school, what is it that I want my school to focus on? First, I want my सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या है इस देश के अंदर अभी, आपने देखा होगा बहुत बातें होती हैं. मेंटल हेल्थ इज अ बिग प्रॉब्लम. चिल्ड्रन आर वेरी, पेरेंट्स कीप ऑन सेइंग दिस थिंग कि मेरा बच्चा मेरी सुनता ही नहीं है, मेरे से बात ही नहीं करता है. You don't find your children being comfortable with failure. There is so much pressure on them to succeed in everything that they try. Let's look back at our own lives. Did we succeed at everything that I tried? No. I failed at more things that I tried. And then I am here where I am today after 20 years of working, where I have worked. So a school that lets your child be comfortable with failing, be comfortable with succeeding, having the right set ऑफ माइंड ऑन द शोल्डर. सो मेंटल हेल्थ की जो बात करते हैं ना, उसके अंदर एक प्रॉब्लम है, जो स्पिरिचुअल एंगल ही मिसिंग है आज की एजुकेशन से. एंड आई एम अ डीपली स्पिरिचुअल पर्सन एंड आई नो नितिन सर एंड द टीम एट डीपीएस वर्क इज डीपली स्पिरिचुअल. तो गिविंग देम द रूट्स, जब तक आप उनको रूट्स नहीं देंगे, उनको स्पिरिचुअल एंगल नहीं देंगे, कुछ बड़ी चीज के बारे में नहीं बताएंगे, या तो हमारे इंडिया में सब यही बोलते रहते हैं जॉब कर लो, जॉब कर लो. जॉब तो कर ही लेंगे सारे, ऐसा तो कोई भी नहीं है. हम जितने लोग इस कॉल के ऊपर हैं, वी आर ऑल फ्रॉम वेल टू डू फैमिली. कृष्णा हैज बीन काइंड इनफ, वी हैव गॉट मनी, वी कैन सेंड आवर स्टूडेंट्स टू द बेस्ट ऑफ द स्कूल. सो हम, बच्चा तो हमारा कुछ ना कुछ कर ही लेगा लाइफ में, बट अगर आप उसको एक लार्जर पॉइंट, लार्जर लाइफ देना चाहते हो, तो उसको एक हायर पावर की तरफ भी थोड़ा झुकाव करें. So I'll stop here. I have taken a lot of my time, but I would love to cue.
I will add something to it. So, taking it forward, you mentioned about success and failure. So there is a beautiful quote to it, that success and failure is not life; it is a subset of life. And we are thriving as DPS Dwarka Expressway to give horizontal experience to our parents and students in the school till grade 10th. And then the team is focusing on the vertical expertise of the child. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what I love about you. That's why I'm here sitting on a Sunday with all of you, because मेरे को इतना अच्छा लगा आपके स्कूल में आके कि मैंने कहा कुछ स्कूल about visiting 1,000+ schools is not a joke. 15 years, and I say it with all my heart that you are doing a fantastic job. Keep doing it. I know parents sometimes demand कि नहीं आप बताइए कितना मार्क्स आएगा, 99% कब आएगा, मेरे बच्चे का 98 क्यों आ रहा है, 99 क्यों नहीं आ रहा है, IIT में क्यों नहीं जा रहा है. That is not the future. The future lies in doing the right things. It is important what you are doing, Nitin sir. Thank you so much. So I want to go to now Naina ma'am also. And I think Naina ma'am, what I touched upon was also important, that the learning environment at home also plays an important and critical role in the child's development. How do you think parents can contribute to their child development in a way that complements what they are learning at school?
True. Well, I totally agree with your answer, Ankur sir, and the way you put it in a nutshell and gave it to all of us. Also want to thank Jitin sir for his very practical and reasonable answer. He has to leave because some parents are waiting for him. He and also Nitin sir, that conclusion that you gave. When I talk about parents, I also understand that schools teaching today is no longer a profession. Teaching is a responsibility. And when the parents entrust you with that responsibility as a school, I feel we are not only accountable, but we have to make parents as partners. तो वो जमाने चले गए जहां पर parents used to associate school with fees, with homework, and with exams. Now, I think the relativity that parents should have or have as a school is more as collaborators. I mean, a school should not only be a place where your child studies. It should also be a place where you are meaningfully contributing, where you, as parents, feel that this is a place that welcomes exposure, expertise, and this is also a community where I can meaningfully exchange my perspective. So at DPS Dwarka Expressway, I feel that we have a parent partnership office, which is called Sanyukti. तो यहाँ पर हमने एक्चुअली में संयुक्ति करी है जहाँ पर हमारे 2-3 वर्टिकल्स हैं. पहला वर्टिकल है जहाँ पर हम पेरेंट पार्टनरशिप की बात करते हैं. सो वन ऑफ माय पेरेंट इज अ डेंटिस्ट. They come and deliver oral health and hygiene workshop. If another parent of mine is a financial analyst with Amex, they help me design the financial literacy curriculum for grade 5 and grade 6. So because not everyone is a good orator and they can deliver workshops. So we make sure that they're collaborating in ways where their skill set and our children's teaching learning cycle both are impacted. Then there is a grievance redressal initiative which is called Samadhan. कि अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है एज अ पेरेंट कि आपकी प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन नहीं दिया जा रहा, आप संयुक्ति में लिखिए उस चीज को, और विद इन 24 to 48 hours we will attend it to the priority and give parents what they need. So I feel it is a very essential aspect where parents not only need to collaborate but also need to develop that ecosystem, because एज पेरेंट्स, जैसे आपने बोला अंकुर सर, आपकी 7 साल की बेटी है, मेरा 5 साल का बेटा है, और एज पेरेंट्स हमें ये समझ आ गई है कि स्कूल एंड द पेरेंट हैज इक्वल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. कहीं ना कहीं एक ट्रस्ट पेरेंट की तरफ से भी आता है और स्कूल की तरफ से भी एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है दैट यस वी बोथ as school and as parent, we both have to provide enabling environments to the child so that they grow. So that is where our stand is, and I feel that as parents come in and as parents understand the culture of DPS Dwarka Expressway or be it any other educational institution, my strong recommendation is that the more the parent is involved and engaged in the child's journey, the better is the output or the core values that we are trying to establish. Whether यूनिवर्सिटीज को क्या चाहिए, जॉब मार्केट में क्या चाहिए, पूरे रियल वर्ल्ड में क्या चाहिए, ये सब कुछ आएगा, बट ये आएगा संगम से, जहां पर पेरेंट और स्कूल एक हो गया, वहां पे बच्चे का उद्धार होना निश्चित है. So that's where I would want to place it.
Adding to what Dr. Nana you mentioned, that these days, because I am also a parent, I feel that students, teachers, or the parents should not feel entitled to the school. Usually what happens is कि पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं कि हमने फीस तो दे दी है, टीचर पढ़ाएगी, या तेरी टीचर ऐसी है या वैसी है. On this platform, I want to share one wisdom of my spiritual master, which I want to share, and it has a very deep meaning to it. So what he says is, आप मुझे कैसे देखते हो, गुरु को आप कैसे देखते हो? If you see me as a speaker, you are the audience. If you see me as a teacher, you are a student. If you see me as a guru, you are a devotee. And if you see me as a god, if you see me as a guru, you are a disciple. And if you see me as a god, you are a devotee. So it's not about the guru, it's about a student, how he looks up to the teacher. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And
I would like to interrupt here. I just have one question for Ankuji, if I may, please.
Yes, please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, Ankuji, we just heard you, and it was wonderful when you told us that, education is not at all that we just need to educate them academically. There is much more to education. And as you've seen in DPS Dwarka Expressway, and I totally echo your voice when we say that DPS Dwarka Expressway is not just academically a sound school, but is also playing a very important role in building future human beings. With respect to programs like Prakriti, where we help them understand the ecological balance, with programs like Vantran, where we help them understand their changes, what they are going through, with programs like CTC, career development programs, where internships are happening, which Jatin sir just said, school is doing these things, CAP program, career to college program, I mean to say, where we help them understand about university. But when I'm talking about here, I'm standing as an individual of India. DPS Dwarka Expressway is doing their own bit, and we are very happy doing that. But as you've moved to many countries, many schools, I would like to have an understanding here that now children, they have too much of pressure about preparing for JEs, preparing for NEETs. Now CUET also has come into picture. And, evening coachings, tuitions, stress. Do you really think that these institutions are getting stronger? Or do you think that there are schools, I would not say like us, we are doing our duty, not putting, stars for us. But yes, are there schools who are actually doing something for children to relieve their stress? Could you please help me understand this?
देखिए, thank you so much, Sarika ma'am. I think, yes, so coaching is one of the biggest issues in education sector in our country. अगर आप कोचिंग को इंडस्ट्री को देखेंगे, इट्स अ $1 billion इंडस्ट्री, एंड विद कमिंग ऑफ CUCET, जो बच्चे they were not earlier going to coaching, and I talk to so many principals and teachers, and they keep on telling me कि जैसे ही बच्चा grade 10 में आता है या grade 9 में आता है, most of the student peers, teachers are now, parents are now sending them to dummy schools where they don't actually have to go to. And उसका प्रॉब्लम, लार्जर प्रॉब्लम है, बिकॉज वट एवर इज बीइंग टॉट इन आर करिकुलम इन द लोकल, जो हमारा डे टू डे करिकुलम है, grade 11, grade 12, grade 9, grade 10 का, इट हैज नो रेलेवेंस टू द एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन क्वेश्चन जो पूछे जा रहे हैं. अगर आप IIT JEE का भी एक एग्जाम्पल लें, IIT JEE के जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हैं, जो टेस्ट प्लान करते हैं, जो डिजाइन करते हैं, दे से आवर टेस्ट इज बेस्ड ऑन NCERT का grade 11th and 12th का फिजिक्स, मैथ्स एंड केमिस्ट्री का टेक्स्ट बुक, बट नोबडी इज फॉलोइंग दैट. So everybody wants to go to XYZ education institutions because वो भी एक herd mentality है. So coaching industry is a reality. Let's leave it until unless the government at the top level addresses this, it is not going to change. And I have worked with a lot of people who own these coaching centers, and they tell me very frankly that this is not going to change. Coaching, pressure of coaching is going to stay. What can schools do and what can parents do in this scenario? मैं उसमें बात करता हूँ. देखिए, स्कूल्स तो जैसे हमने बात किया, आप लोग तो कर ही रहे हैं, बट पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन दिस सेंस. पेरेंट्स आर अ चाइल्ड फर्स्ट टीचर. टीचर्स, वो बच्चा स्कूल्स में जाने से पहले उसके जो वो घर में सीखेगा, देखेगा अपने मम्मी पापा को, वैसा ही वो बच्चा बनेगा. इफ यू आर ऑन द फोन एवरी 24/7 एंड यू आर आस्किंग योर किड टू कि तू बुक पढ़ ले, तो कभी नहीं होगा. जब आप खुद बुक पढ़ रहे होगे सुबह उठ के, तो फिर वो भी बुक पढ़ेगा सुबह उठ के, तब आप बोल सकते हो उसको. सो यू हैव टू बिकम दैट रोल मॉडल पेरेंट. नाउ कमिंग टू द कोचिंग पार्ट ऑफ द थिंग. आप कोचिंग में डालो, ठीक है, आपको लगता है कि मेरे बच्चे का कोचिंग से भला होता है. मेरे को कई पेरेंट्स आके बोलते हैं, अंकुर सर आप कोचिंग के अगेंस्ट मत बोलो क्योंकि XYZ बच्चा जा रहा है. बट सिर्फ IIT JEE की कोचिंग में अंधेपन में मत डालिए. पहले समझ तो लीजिए कि वो बच्चा, इज ही द राइट फिट फॉर IIT JEE और मेडिकल और व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रोग्राम. सो टॉक टू somebody who has some expertise in helping you understand whether your kid is the right fit for that kind of career path that you are pushing him down the throat. I will tell you my example. I am an engineer, worked in an IT industry for 4 years, never meant to be there. 4 years I hated my life. मैंने टॉप IT कंपनी में काम किया. I was in US, came back to India. 3 Idiots से पहले मैं 3 Idiot था when the movie released. I came back to India. Now I do 15 years से मैं सिर्फ करियर काउंसलिंग पे बात करता हूँ. सिर्फ ये बात करता हूँ कि अपने बच्चों को वो गलती मत करो जो मैंने 8 साल अपने गवा दिए, और अपने टाइम भी गवाया, रिसोर्सेज भी गवाए, और अपने अपना सेल्फ एस्टीम, सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस भी आदमी खो देता है. तो अपने बच्चे के साथ ये इस बात सोचिए कि, एंड आई डोंट ब्लेम द पेरेंट्स, बिकॉज आपका माइंडसेट तो वही है जो आपकी जनरेशन ने देखा. and you have so many other things happening in your life. But there are now in India so many good career counselors. I am sure DPS Dwarka Expressway में भी ऐसे लोग होंगे that can help and advise you on what is it that your student is child is good at, and then accordingly plan कि इसको कोचिंग में डालना है या नहीं डालना है, किस तरफ. जैसे जितिन सर थे यहाँ पे अभी, जितिन सर spoke about one kid who is going to Harvard and he said कि वो मेरे स्टार स्टूडेंट हैं and he is good in research. ऐसे कई सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज है जो म्यूजिक में काम करती हैं वेस्ट के अंदर, यू कैन गेट फुल स्कॉलरशिप्स. स्पोर्ट्स में काम करती हैं, फुल स्कॉलरशिप्स, यू कैन बी गुड. सो इट डज नॉट really matter that you really need to get only scholarships in engineering and medical. There are so many alternate career paths now being coming out of it, I think. So first अंडरस्टैंड इफ योर चाइल्ड इज द राइट फिट. अगर आप आकाश या सॉरी मैं नाम नहीं लेता, किसी भी कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट में जाके बोलेंगे कि मेरे बच्चे को डाल दो, वो तो बड़े अच्छे से डाल देगा आपके बच्चे को कोचिंग में. बट अगर आपने पहले ड्यू डिलिजेंस नहीं किया कि मेरा बच्चा इज द राइट फिट फॉर दिस करियर, तो आप ही के बच्चे का नुकसान है, आप ही के पैसे का नुकसान है. और एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वो बच्चा अगर नहीं क्लियर कर पाया तो आप बच्चे को ही ब्लेम करोगे कि मैंने तेरे पे इतना पैसा लगाया तू कुछ नहीं कर पाया. वो फिर आप, द जोक इज ऑन यू नॉट द किड. द किड हैज डन हिज, जितना उसको पता था वो कर रहा है. So I will close here. I won't take much more time. We are limited by time, but this is my two.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much. You've cleared most of what I asked. Thank you so much. If I have a little bit of time, I would like to ask Nitin sir.
Nishi ma'am wants to say something.
Yeah, please. So you know that what we were talking about the coaching. So coach word जो है that is related to the support. The problem with the schools or students is that, or parents I can say, कि प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है कि कोचिंग का मतलब ही कुछ और हो जाता है. वो कोचिंग किस चीज की चाहिए वो समझ में नहीं आता है. जैसे कि आपने बताया अंकुर जी कि कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स या जिसकी भी आप बात कर रहे थे, तो जब एक बच्चा स्कूल में होता है तो उस टाइम उसको स्कूल एजुकेशन जो स्कूल का सेट एक करिकुलम है या एक एज अप्रोप्रिएट कंटेंट है उसकी कोचिंग चाहिए होती है. यहाँ क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग दे आर गोइंग फॉर फर्दर कोचिंग जो अभी उसकी जरूरत नहीं है. अभी जिसकी जरूरत है, अगर एक बच्चा एक स्कूल रेगुलर अटेंड कर लेता है पूरा साल, अगर उसकी रेगुलर अटेंडेंस होती है, तो मुझे नहीं लगता उस बच्चे को किसी कोचिंग की जरूरत है. इफ अ चाइल्ड इज रेगुलर टू स्कूल, बिकॉज स्कूल्स आर डूइंग सो गुड, इतना अच्छे से वो लोग पढ़ाते हैं, वो सेट करिकुलम है. एंड आई नो अबाउट डीपीएस द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे को कौन सा ऐसा एरिया है जो टच नहीं होता है. आई हैव सीन बिग लाइब्रेरी डूइंग सो गुड. देयर आर नंबर ऑफ ऑथर्स, यंग ऑथर्स, and that is for the language skill development. And we are talking about the holistic skill development, and there is another area जहाँ mental health की इतनी बात हो रही है. one of the best school in my like, मैंने कोई कम से कम नहीं तो पैन इंडिया थाउजेंड ऑफ स्कूल्स आई हैव विजिटेड, बट मैंने किसी स्कूल में प्रॉपर एक स्टूडेंट हेल्प और या फिर मैं कहूँगी कि मेंटल हेल्थ पे एक इन्फेंट्री नहीं देखी. दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, बट आई हैव सीन पर्सनली दैट kids are sitting on the floor connecting with the teachers, sharing their, and it's a big team of that particular area. So अगर हम बात करें कि एक बच्चा, जो वर्ड यूज हो रहा है आजकल स्कूल्स में होलिस्टिक स्किल डेवलपमेंट, अगर एक बच्चे को वो चाहिए तो अगर मैं रिग्रेट कर रही थी कि मेरे बच्चे ने अभी 12th पास कर ली, नहीं तो मैं अभी बात कर रही थी नैना से कि नैना मैं अपने बच्चे को यहाँ डाल देती. Seriously, I'm telling you, because I am looking for not only for academics, it is about holistic skill development of a child, support that actually parent needs. ये वो पूरा सपोर्ट देते हैं ईच एंड एवरी एरिया. सो अगर बच्चा रेगुलर स्कूल भी आ जाता है तो मुझे नहीं लगता किसी कोचिंग सेंटर की जरूरत है.
तो ना मैम एक बात बोलता हूँ कि जो नितिन सर ने बात बोली थी, जो एंटाइटलमेंट वाली बात है, आई मीन पेरेंट्स शुड नॉट फील एंटाइटल्ड. और आपने यही बात कोचिंग में भी आती है, पेरेंट्स फील कि मैंने पैसा दे दिया तो बस अब स्कूल का काम है या कोचिंग सेंटर का काम है कि उसका आईआईटी क्लियर करना है या 99% लाना है. नहीं, schools and educational institutions have one part. It's like a tripart partnership: student, parent, and school. जिसमें school and or whatever the coaching, whatever you want to say, it just will play 33%. 66% of the काम, 2/3 of the काम has to be done by at the home. Student and the parent have to work together. We are outsiders. I mean, we are going to help the child grow and whatever. We will give that platform. But अगर ये जो entitlement वाला mindset है कि money can buy success, it cannot. The rules of success still remain the same. You have to persevere, you have to do the hard work, you have to be, be humble, ग्रैटिट्यूड एक्सप्रेस करना आना चाहिए लोगों को। ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि हमारे को बस पैसा फेंकेंगे और हमारे पास ये XYZ जो भी है, बेस्ट ऑफ करियर काउंसलर, बेस्ट ऑफ स्कूल, बेस्ट ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटी, वो कभी भी मेरे 15 साल के करियर में अक्रॉस all these universities, I have never seen that child or that family become successful. I have always seen people who have the right skills in sense of right grounded values, अपने आप आपका एक ऐसा एटीट्यूड है जिसमें आप बच्चे को भी वही सिखाते हैं कि बेटा हार्ड वर्क, परसिवियरेंस, चाहे पैसा तो सेकेंडरी है, ये सब चीजें नहीं आप रिप्लेस कर सकते। आप चाहे उसे गाड़ी दिला सकते हैं, PlayStation 4 दिला सकते हैं, मोबाइल दिला सकते हैं, ये सब हार्डवेयर दिला सकते हैं, सक्सेस नहीं दिला सकते पैसे से। अपॉर्चुनिटीज वो बच्चे को खुद ही ग्रैब करनी होगी।
Thank you, Ankurji. Thank you so much for enlightening us, and thank you, Nishiji. I would like to interrupt here and ask question from Nitin sir. Nitin sir, can I take this privilege to ask you one question?
Why not, ma'am? Please go ahead.
Yeah. Nitin sir, we've just heard, it's been a session for more than 40 minutes here, and we've heard about the role of students in the school scenario, role of teachers, role of, parents. And as a leader, I've known you for long now, and I have seen you've built up a school wherein you are focusing on all the aspects, be it education. Yes, of course, education is bang on, but you're focusing at sports activities when you've roped in people like Kaliga, NBA, all-weather swimming pool. You have an FitFlix who's doing 31 sports across from foundational to two. And I have seen you concentrate on well-being also, prakriti. You also want your children, to learn basic human values when you talk about sanskar activities. Then you have Yuvantran, you have prayas classes. Doing totally good. But I really want you, sir, to share this wisdom with all leaders across, because how leadership in schools can drive this meaningful education nowadays. Every leader, I'm not questioning any leader, but please help everybody of us to understand what each leader should think, so that we are developing human beings, we're not developing robots. Please, sir.
Thank you, Sarika ma'am, for asking this question. पहले तो मैं एक बात बोलूंगा कि to run a school is like doing a havan, where हम सब आहुतियां डाल रहे हैं, चाहे वो हमारी टीचर्स हो, हमारे लीडरशिप टीम हो, हमारे पेरेंट्स हो। कौन कितनी आहुति डाल रहा है ये मैटर नहीं कर रहा, बट हवन हो रहा है। सो बैक टू योर क्वेश्चन, एज अ लीडर, as a business coach by profession, I have automated a lot of businesses. What I feel is missing in this industry is lack of love towards the data. People go by the face value of the person, not by the data. Data will never lie to you. We have to build love and affection towards the data. The data will come through various reports to us as a leaders. So what we do is we have daily reporting systems, we have weekly reporting systems, and monthly reporting. We do academic MIS, which you are the part of it, definitely. So
yes,
for 2 to 3 hours every month. Then all the people at a leadership role or the coordinators level, we have the dashboards with us, where what is to be done today, what is to be done weekly, what is to be done monthly, and their KRAs and KPIs are mapped to it. Because what I personally feel after being into my career for 22 years now, that measurement drives behavior. What is measured can be monitored, and what can be monitored can be controlled. What can be controlled can be directed and become a success. So, Ankur, what can be measured can be monitored, what can be monitored can be controlled, what can be controlled can be directed. So I feel that the principals of the school and the pro vice chairmen of the schools should get into analytics, take the right to see. For example, even the TDS of the water comes to my table and our table just
Very
through
right,
the
sir.
right, and the attendance percentage of the teachers, students who have not scored well, everything from pin to plane is coming to us. So this is my urge to all the leaders of this fraternity, that Please make some reporting structure and focus on the important part.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, sir. Thank you. It is really required because most of the leaders, they are not focusing on real data. And as you always tell us, that data never lies. So I hope that we are enlightened and we'll follow your footsteps, and all of us leaders, so that at least we get the truthful data and we work upon it. Thank you, sir.
And I feel this 40 minutes where they have gone by in this very meaningful discussion that everyone contributed to, I didn't realize. And it's been such a rich and thought-provoking discussion. We've explored everything from early childhood to future-ready learning, the role of parents, the relevance of coaching, and the kind of leadership needed to thrive and drive it forward. So a big thank you to all our panelists first for their insights, and to our lovely audiences who are being a part of this conversation. This world of education is evolving, and the discussions like these help us shape the way we think forward. So thank you, everyone. One thing that I would want to request to everyone who's on live, who's on this Zoom, and whoever is watching, who will watch later, keep questioning. That is where we start our journey, and that is where the curiosity builds it forward. So a big thank you to all of you. Thank you so much for joining in and understanding our great perspective and being a part of Manthan 2025. We will be back as in the next academic year for Manthan 2026, hopefully with many more collaborators and industry experts. Thank you so much, audiences. And if you wish to get in touch with DPS Dwarka Expressway, please log into our website, and we will float the admission counselors' numbers, or wherever you want to seek any understanding as to what is required for your child. We have a concept of discovery call. Just understand what the school is doing, and that will probably help you make the right decision for what to choose in a school. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Lovely being here. Wish you all a very good day ahead. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Imagine an environment where every child's uniqueness is celebrated, where academics and co-scholastic activities are perfectly balanced. This is DPS Dwarka Expressway. Here is a spirit that moves differently. We believe that a happy school environment is essential for overall development. In our classrooms, students dive deep into the curriculum that challenges their intellect and pushes them to excel. In our libraries, they find a haven of knowledge where every book is a doorway to new ideas, histories, and perspectives. The smart classes with their cutting-edge technology makes learning more interactive, bringing abstract concepts to life and ensuring that every student can visualize and understand even the most challenging topics. But academic rigor is not just about understanding what is taught. It is about application, and that's where our laboratories come into play. Here, students don't just read about chemical reactions, they witness them. They don't just learn about the principle of physics, they apply them. They don't just memorize algorithms, they code them into functioning programs. At our school, co-curricular activities are not an afterthought. They are a fundamental part of our educational philosophy. Sports, for example, teach discipline, teamwork, and perseverance. Whether it's swimming, skating, basketball, football, taekwondo, or cricket, each sport cultivates physical fitness, mental resilience, thereby preparing our students to face challenges head-on. But we believe that these two words, academics and co-curricular, need not be separate. In fact, the most effective education happens when they intersect, when creativity and academic rigor are not in opposition but in harmony. This is where integrated learning comes in. We have created spaces like our sensory garden, where students can engage with all their senses, exploring the natural world in a way which is both grounding and inspiring. This is where or consider our sand play, where creativity and learning come together in a hands-on, experiential manner, allowing students to express themselves and solve problems in innovative ways. Our well-being department plays a crucial role in understanding this integrated approach. Through circle sessions and individual counseling, we ensure that our students' emotional and mental well-being is prioritized, creating a safe space for them to explore their feelings, build resilience, and develop a deeper understanding of themselves and their peers. And then there's Prakriti, our sustainability initiative, where students learn to connect with the environment, applying their knowledge of science and social science in real-world contexts. Here, they are not just students, they are change makers, learning how to create a sustainable future for themselves and for generations to come. This integrated approach to learning does more than just educate. Yes, it transforms. It asks the question, does school kill creativity? And the answer is a resounding no. At our school, creativity is woven into the fabric of every subject, every lesson, and every activity. It is not something that exists only in art rooms or on stage. It is present in the way we approach problem solving in mathematics, the way we conduct experiments in science, and in the way we write and debate in language classes. Yes, you are right. Creativity for us is not an add-on, it is an essential. Let us find it out together.